everybody, McNeil here. So last week some of the Geek and Sundry vloggers and I had a Google Hangout with Felicia where we took questions from viewers, and you can actually watch it if you click the link below. And one viewer asked us, what's the secret geekiest thing about you? Now, I had to think for a minute because if you guys haven't noticed, I'm a pretty big geek. And I'm not very quiet about it. Yeah, I came out of the geek closet when I was 7 years old and I never turned back. You know, but then I realized that most of you guys haven't actually seen me without my shirt on. That was not supposed to sound that creepy, let me rephrase that. What I meant was that I have a lot of tattoos that I'm usually able to cover up, and all of them relate in some way back to the geek culture. So I figured this was a great opportunity for me to take you guys through my tattoos and tell you a little bit about what they mean to me. But first, we have to get rid of this shirt situation. There we go. Okay, so I actually got my first tattoo when I turned 19 years old, and it was kind of a struggle to get this one because my mom was very against me or my sisters getting tattoos. But after a little bit of convincing and telling her how well hidden it would be, she ultimately gave me the okay. What she doesn't know is that I had already made the appointment at this point and was on my way to get the tattoo. Sorry, Mom. These are actually the wings from the Angel TV series logo. I grew up watching Buffy and Angel. One of my favorite comic book characters when I was a kid was actually Angel from the X-Men. Like, in all seriousness, I was praying that I would develop mutant powers when I hit puberty, just because I wanted to sprout angel wings. And I originally wanted to get an entire back piece of just wings. Turns out that takes thousands of dollars and about 3 years. So I settled on a simpler design that could actually encompass both my love of the X-Men and Joss Whedon, which, by the way, his astonishing X-Men arc, biggest nerdgasm ever. And these wings are kind of a reminder that the sky's the limit and I can achieve anything that I put my mind to. Okay, so for my second tattoo, I had to zoom out a little bit because it's along my waistline. My friends like to refer to it as my dude stand or my tramp stand for dudes. What we have here is a clock face with the hands permanently at 1 minute to midnight. And before you ask, no, it does not go all the way around. Get your mind out of the gutter. If you've ever read Watchmen or know anything about Cold War times, it's a representation of the doomsday clock. You see, the closer the hands got to midnight, the closer we were to nuclear destruction. And I got this because it's a constant reminder that no matter how bad things may get or how dark the skies may seem, the world is never going to end and there will always be a tomorrow. You know, until 4 billion years from now when the sun explodes and sucks the world into a gigantic black hole, but that's a ways off. Alright, so the third tattoo I ever got are actually the 3 Kryptonian symbols on my side over here. Just to give you a little backstory on these, they are the Kryptonian symbols for fire, air, and water in the Smallville universe. And these symbols make up the 3 stones of power, which, when combined, lead Clark to the Fortress of Solitude. There's an entire backstory there, but that's a little too complicated. I got the power symbols above my heart because I was actually born with a heart condition called pulmonic stenosis. What that basically means is that one of my heart valves is a little bit wonky and doesn't open all the way, and my heart has to beat about 50% faster than the normal human beings to get all the blood rushing through my body. I think that's why I have a lot of energy at all times. I'm not too sure. Not scientifically proven, but it's a good theory. So I got these symbols to remind me that even though I do have this heart condition and my heart's a little bit weird, I am a lot stronger than I think I am. I mean, if I could overcome that as a 9-month-old baby, who knows what else I could do. Okay, so for my 4th and 5th tattoos, we're actually gonna have to head on over to the gun show. I'm so sorry, that sounded so douchey of me. And what we have over here is a Latin phrase from Marvel 1602, Neil Gaiman's 8-issue miniseries. And when translated, it means all things change and we change with them. That's kind of a mantra for how I live my life because no matter how crazy things get or how often things change, we're gonna learn to adapt to them. I've gone through so many crazy changes over the past 6 years, it's kind of how I learned to live my life at this point. And over here we have my Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. If you don't know anything about the series, it's a weapon that one of the characters, Kairi, gives to Sora at the end of the game to remind him that no matter where he goes or what battles he may face, they have an oath to always be together. And no matter how far apart they may be or no matter what worlds they may go to, their destinies are bound together. And that's also why I got one sky, one destiny written around it. I got this tattoo at a point in my life when I had first moved to LA and a lot of my friends from college were going in all different directions. You know, some were moving across the country and some were moving across the world. And I just wanted to remind myself that no matter where we go or what we may do, we're all connected because we live under the same sky. I love my friends and I don't ever want to lose touch with any one of them. And going along with the themes of friendship brings us to my final tattoo, the crack in the universe from Doctor Who Series 5. The crack to me is a symbol of Amy and the Doctor's friendship throughout the series. It's how they were brought together, you know, young Amelia Pond saw this crack in her wall. She wasn't scared of anything, not even a crazy man in a box falling from the sky. And this crack had affected her entire life, and the Doctor was there to save her no matter what. He even sacrificed himself at the end of the series, only to be brought back to life by Amy's memories. It's one of the most beautiful friendships to ever be portrayed on television, and I absolutely love them together. But I swear to God, if you ship Amy and the Doctor, the only ship that's sailing for them is a friendship. 10 and Rose for life. Alright, so I may be out of tattoos to show you guys, but I want to hear from you now. Tell me all about your geeky tattoos. Or if you don't have any tattoos, tell me about the most secret geeky thing about you. Leave a comment below or find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and I'll be posting some of my favorite responses later this week. Be sure to subscribe to Geek and Sundry Vlogs to check out the latest episodes of Geeking Out and all of our other fabulous vloggers. And if you were totally into what you saw here today, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll catch you later, nerds.